Alright, what's up guys? How's it going? MikeTheTech here. So, the quality of my lighting isn't too great right now. It's a little bit dark. Not my usual setup, but it works good enough for you to see what's on the screen, albeit with a little bit of weirdness right here. So, anyway, we're gonna move right along to where we left off and add some more of the advanced features. So, at this point, we can jump and we can try to get to the end of our level based on how many platforms we've placed, but we haven't actually added any obstacles. So let's go ahead and move these a little bit so we're not landing so abruptly. Alright, so what we're going to do, let's see. Let's go ahead and add an obstacle. So let's make a new actor. And we're going to call this actor Red Lava. Or no, not Red Lava. Let's call it Red Block. And as you might have guessed, we're going to make that block red. I'm actually going to choose this red. It's a little less harsh. And we want our player to be able to jump over it. So we're just going to make it 40 by 40. Our player is 60 by 60. And let's see. Let's make the physics, the bounciness to 0, which I'll explain in just a moment. And that seems good. So, when you try to add obstacles into your scene, it can be quite a hassle. You kind of have to drag it around, and oh, it's not quite perfect, so you have to use your your arrow keys to get it just right, and it's never quite perfect. So instead of having to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just place them above where I want them to be on the ground. And then I'm going to have physics make them fall downwards and land on that floor. So in our red block, we're going to go to behaviors, and we're going to use accelerate. We're going to set it to 270 at a rate of 800 relative to the scene, just like we did with our player. So now our physics is simulated in both our player and our obstacles, and we're going to make it collide with the floor. Now if we hit play, you're actually going to see that they are all lined up with the floor. Perfectly lined up with the floor, even though I placed them above the floor, and that's because they fell and landed on the floor. Perfect. So we also want to make a way to lose, because right now I can go right through these. Let's take a look. I can jump over this, go right through that, jump through that one, and no big deal. So we need to make a rule that's going to tell it, hey, we need to run into this object and explode, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new object and call this respawn. And I'm going to make it invisible by going into the color, and you'll see red, green, blue, and alpha. Alpha is what we're going to change to 0. That's its transparency, and you'll see that it disappeared up here. That's exactly what we want. And we're going to make a respawn behavior. So we're going to add a timer that says after 4 seconds, reset the game. And we're not going to show an ad. So what this is going to do is essentially, if this respawner is spawned into the game, in 4 seconds the game's going to reset. So that's what we want to connect to our player. So we're going to click on our player and make a new rule. And say if we overlap or collide with the red block, then we want to spawn an actor, and the actor we want to spawn is our respawn. So that as soon as we hit a red block, the timer starts counting down, and we also want to destroy our player so that we can't continue with the level since we ran into something. So let's test this out. And yep, when we run into it, it waits 4 seconds and then restarts the level, and I can actually avoid that obstacle this time. And I hit that one, I destroyed, it waits 4 seconds, and then it starts again. Perfect. So let me go ahead and stop here, and I'm going to cut it into a third video just because sometimes my computer likes to lag after about 10 minutes or so. So I don't want that to happen. So let's go ahead and pause here, and then I'll make another video for the next part.